The boy's face literally says it all. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another episode of PokeTalk, and today's episode of PokeTalk is going to be my review of the latest episode of Pokemon Pocket Monsters 2019, the conclusion to the Ash vs. Cynthia battle. And I gotta be honest with you guys, this episode was pretty good. It was probably the best way they could have to wrap up this battle. But like everything else in Pokemon, it was going to upset a majority of people either way. This episode really divided the fans, which was no surprise. But even though the episode pretty much went how I expected it to, because hashtag plot armor, I still feel and stand by that statement where I feel this was the best way they could have wrapped up that battle. And yeah, upsetting fans either way. Let's move on and talk about the actual episode. So the episode, like I said, it came down to Ash's Mega Lucario versus Gigantamax Togekiss, and then ultimately down to Garchomp versus Mega Lucario. And this episode really didn't throw any punches. I think this was probably the best way they could have wrapped up this episode, with offending as few people as possible, even though pretty much plot armor irritated a lot of the fans because they felt, oh, well, Ash shouldn't have won this battle, but he did anyway. And it's like, yeah, but I mean, honestly, though, this was a hard-won battle, and I don't think even Ash expected him to win here, but he did. And I think it was a fitting way to end Cynthia's battle career. But it's also interesting to note, based off of Garchomp's moves and her Pokemon's moves in general, she fully expected to get to Leon, so she didn't even expect this outcome. So the writers even went past the characters to know how this episode turned out, and I really did enjoy that. Yeah, overall, I didn't have a real problem with the battle. I pretty much expected this outcome since the start, and it was pretty much the best way they could have handled this episode, with offending the fewest people possible, if that makes any sense. I had no problem with this battle, and I had no problems with this episode. Overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. The only reason why I give it an 8 out of 10 as far as an episode is just such a momentous occasion, should have been celebrated throughout the community, I feel, and I feel like a lot of the complaints this episode got were unwarranted, but maybe that's just me. Overall, as a battle, though, I give this battle a 9 out of 10. This was pretty great. This is probably the best that we've gotten so far until Ash versus Leon, which is where it's ultimately going next. But yeah, anyway, those are just my thoughts. And as always, I want to hear yours. So in the comments section down below, let me know what your guys' thoughts were about this week's episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just there? What are your thoughts? Just let me know in the comments section down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. All right, everyone, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day, everybody. I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.